Hello, Leo. Happy 2026. I am going to go ahead and talk to you about your prime focus for the year. And what I will do is draw one card that will be an overall energy for 2026. And then we will also draw some supporting cards, which will help you with some insight and a little bit of advice on how to best follow the path towards your best self. All right, let's get to it. So, Leo, what is your overall card for the year? Eight of Swords. All right, so Eight of Swords, that's a tricky one for an overall card, but I can kind of go into it. So Eight of Swords is about trust issues. It is about, not being able to see past a situation at hand and really being stuck on whatever it is that you're trying to get out of. So this may be something that you're really focusing on this year, let's say career or, love or your health. There may be, kind of a pattern here where you get a little bit stuck on whatever it is you're trying to make better. Okay. And so what happens is that other things kind of fall to the wayside, or you may have difficulty trusting signs with some things. So let's see if we can get a little bit more information on this. Okay. So yeah, with these cards, it makes a little bit more sense. So, the Three of Wands is about working creatively with other people. It's also about waiting for your ships to come in. So you may have some difficulty this year just trusting the process and trusting that the work that you've already put into something will pay off for you. Okay. So, if you're currently stuck in a position or a relationship or a situation that just isn't fulfilling to you, there may be times that you are going to need to overcome the distrust of, knowing that things are going to get better, knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. And so, taking time with that patience to wait for your ships to come in, to just kind of, really appreciate what you have in the moment and working on what you have control over rather than really losing yourself in impatience. Okay. The Temperance card is telling you that, you really need to be able to balance yourself during this time. So, Leos really like to take on a lot at one time to be able to showcase just how much they can do. And so this is telling you this year, try to really just focus on what you really are called to do, what you really want to do. Because when you take on too much at one time, it becomes overwhelming. And that can have definitely, an ill effect on your perception of things. Okay. If you're tired or overworked or overtaxed, you may not be able to see certain signs that things are going your way, or you may be misinterpreting how someone, sees you and then act accordingly based on that misconception. So there's a lot going on here for you that you'll need to kind of, really look at to be able to learn how to trust what you can't really see right now. Okay. It's about having faith. So the Nine of Pentacles is saying that, for some of you guys, this may be about, you may be thinking about branching off into your own business. Okay. And so there could be a lot of trust issues there with like, can I actually do that? Do I actually believe in myself enough to know that I will be able to do this successfully? And so you may be getting caught up on the details of things. And so with that could keep you stuck in that Eight of Swords energy where you're just like, I don't know. I can't see how this is ever going to get better. I can't see the path ahead, how I can make this happen. Maybe I should just stay stuck in this job that I don't like. At least I know it. So you kind of get tempted with the, influence of staying in something familiar, even though it's uncomfortable for you. So this year for a lot of Leos, it's looking like what you will be overcoming is, just being able to trust yourself and to be able to trust the process unfolding, as opposed to, wanting it right here, right now. And if you don't get it right here, right now, it must not exist. It must not be coming for you. This is about learning patience. It's about having faith in yourself and in the situation and your path. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what else we need to talk about here. The Fool card, that's beautiful for this. The Fool card is about starting a new path, okay? So for those of you that are thinking about, branching off into your own, or, getting a new job or new relationship, this is saying that something new is going to be starting for you this year. So trust the process, trust what you can't see, renew your faith in that, maybe work on really trusting yourself, really, letting yourself know that you believe in your power, you believe in your skills. Nobody else is like you, Leo, right? So there's a reason why you like to be out and about center stage, because you know that you have what it takes on some realm. But there's this other part of you that doesn't trust that. And so this year, this is going to be you really learning how to understand that you are you and nobody else is just like you. So really counting on that and really encouraging that and letting that grow, so that if you do want to branch out on your own, you could definitely do that. You can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish, but you have to have that faith and the patience that it is on its way to you. All right, Leo, I hope that was helpful. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can go ahead and email me at the email address below. I appreciate you. Bye.